if we have more time and you guys want to learn more, we can do more. Or if you guys want to stop, just so you can kind of, I don't like to teach too much at one time because then you'll just forget. Okay, so we're going to go over like 1 or 2 more things, and if you have questions, we can answer them. I can literally teach self-defense all day long. Like, you go from bear hugs, you can get really carried away with it. That's why I want to break it up. Today is going to be mostly standing, get away from grabs. The next seminar we want to do, maybe in another month, is going to be more on the ground. Okay? Which is where most sexual assaults take place. I can't really sexual assault Brian standing up. I can make him nervous. Alright, so the next thing is going to be just an open throat grab. Right? Just there. Okay? Now, so what do you guys think? What's the proper way to get out of this? Jasmine, you can answer.
Okay.
Somewhere knocking his arms.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people think, right? Hold him good? Really good? Okay. Keep in mind that, how much you weigh, Brian? 110. Okay.
Did you say 190? I'm not buying that one bit.
19. And I'm all the way down to 180. I was fat last week. Okay. Okay. And this is somebody that's bigger, this is much smaller. Imagine if it's the roles reversed. Okay? So we always have to think of a logical technique way. So always, never stop standing in base. Now what you're going to have to do here is make a really ugly face. Okay? So you have to practice that at night. When you go home in the mirror. Okay? Actually what you're doing is you're flexing everything in your neck to protect the pressure of the thumbs in the throat. Because Devin can vouch for this. She takes jiu-jitsu with us, so does these 2 guys. Properly applied jiu-jitsu choke, 3 to 4 seconds, you'll be sleeping. Okay? So, let's say he doesn't know jiu-jitsu, let's give it 6 seconds. Just big, strong guy grabbing your neck. You have about 6 seconds before you go to sleep. And that allows him to take you to a secondary location. So right away, ugly face. Protect your neck. And now we're going to make the letter U with our head. The weakest point is always the thumbs of every grab. Okay? So, ugly face, under. Now, this is a few common mistakes. That's one common mistake, and this is another one. Okay? Keep in mind, he's the bad guy. Keep an eye on him. I'm going to go down deep enough. But now I'm still right back to defense mode. Okay? Live a shot. Then I got to do number 3 footwork. Here, ugly face, flex the neck. Okay? Now once you get the hang of it, notice I'm turning to my back foot. So if my back foot was here, switch, I would turn this way. What this also sets up, watch, I'll try to do it wrong. See how you're just kind of clumsy? You always want to have a good base so you don't get knocked to the ground. Okay? But that's probably where he wants to get you anyway, is to the ground. So we're going to try to avoid that as much as possible. And the next seminar, if you guys want to come back, we'll work on what happens if you do get on the ground. Here, ugly face, here. Okay, notice how it's almost loading this back shoulder, right? So now we're going to just go straight into, okay, nice and relaxed. Here. It's going to come from down here straight. I'm not going to do this the way he sees what's coming, okay? Okay, start off nice and soft just to get the technique right, go. Push. As your opponent gets the hang of it a little more, add a little more pressure, okay? If somebody gets choked unconscious, it's probably adding too much pressure, okay? Now this is something, I just want to go over this too. This is something I've gotten in the past. We teach women self-defense seminar. Everybody leaves here pretty confident in the tools that they've learned. They go home to their husband, who just happens to be the size of Gabe, and he does this, and they can't defend. Of course. You're not helping her at all, okay? Keep in mind, if you do go home and want to train this with your husband, which if you have one, I recommend it, because there's going to be more life size than probably the female you're training now. Let them start off just like this. Show them what to do. Let them start off, and then slowly add more and more pressure as you learn the technique and get better at it. If I teach you how to do anything and then provide you with full force the first time you try it, you're not going to be successful. And it's just going to discourage you. Okay? So a little pressure at a time, then slowly get stronger and stronger with the grip. Okay? Any questions on this one? Let's do it.